95% of AI projects fail, but somehow everyone on the internet is convinced that AI has killed software engineering forever. Both of those things can't be true at the same time, right? So, what's actually going on? Is software engineering really dead with AI coding tools? Are you wasting your time learning to code in 2025 and beyond? Or is something very different happening that most people are completely missing? In this video, I'm going to break this down in a way that's honest and practical. You'll see what AI can really do today when it comes to writing code, what it absolutely cannot do, no matter how good the hype sounds, how AI is already changing software jobs, including layoffs, and most importantly, the exact skills you need so that you don't get replaced by AI, you get promoted by it. Let's get straight into it. First, let's clear up the biggest misconception that software engineering equals typing code, and AI can type code, therefore software engineering is dead. That's like saying calculators do arithmetic, therefore mathematicians are useless. It sounds clever. It's also completely wrong. Look at what's actually happening in the real world. There's a famous story of an enterprise CEO who fired about 80% of his developers and replaced them with AI tools. 2 years later, he claimed 75% profit margins and no regrets. Sounds terrifying if you're a developer, right? But then you look at a large MIT study. They analyzed about 300 public AI deployments, talked to 150 leaders, surveyed 350 employees. We're talking $30 to $40 billion invested in enterprise AI. And their conclusion? Around 95% of these AI projects failed to deliver the big business value they promised. The models weren't the problem. The humans were: bad workflows, fragile integrations, no alignment with real business processes. In other words, no one doing the actual job of engineering the system. So yes, AI can blast out thousands of lines of code on command, but that doesn't mean it builds valuable software. It means it builds whatever you asked for, whether that was a good idea or a total train wreck. Think about it this way. AI today is like a super fast, extremely eager junior developer. If you give it a clear, well thought out task, it can be insanely productive. If you give it a vague, poorly designed problem, it will confidently generate garbage faster than any human ever could. That's not a replacement for software engineers. That's a power tool for software engineers who know what they're doing. So, what is AI actually good at right now? It's excellent at cranking out boilerplate code, translating between languages and frameworks, generating UI components, writing tests and fixing obvious bugs, handling repetitive, pattern-heavy tasks. People have literally asked ChatGPT to build basic Tinder-style dating apps in Python. It spat out user profiles, swiping logic, even a toy database in seconds. That's real. That's now. But here's the part people skip over. AI still struggles with understanding why something should be built in the first place, prioritizing long-term business goals over short-term hacks, making trade-offs between performance, cost, security, and timelines, dealing with messy, ambiguous, real-world requirements, and most importantly, being reliable. AI models hallucinate. They make things up. One survey showed about 55% of developers are using tools like GitHub Copilot, but only around 30% accept the output without changes. If you're not using AI at all, you're falling behind. But if you blindly trust AI's answers, you're in even bigger trouble. So no, the job isn't type code all day. The job is turn a messy human problem into a reliable, maintainable system that actually works in the real world. That part is very much not dead. Now let's talk about the scary part you've probably seen in thumbnails: layoffs. There's no point pretending it's not happening. In 2019, there were about 1.5 million software developers in the US, and the official prediction was that number would grow by over 20% by 2029. Then generative AI hit and the curve changed. We've seen more than 110,000 software developers laid off globally in recent years. Big names: Meta cutting tens of thousands of jobs, Microsoft, Alphabet, Salesforce, Workday, and a long list of others trimming their engineering teams while ramping up AI investments. Some companies openly said it. We're using AI tools to automate parts of our software development, so we need fewer engineers. That's real. You can't ignore it. But here's what's missing from the panic narrative. Those same companies, they're still hiring software engineers. Go check their careers pages. You'll still see job posts for back-end engineers, front-end engineers, full-stack engineers, machine learning engineers. Even OpenAI itself hires software engineers. And if AI could truly replace software engineers completely, why are 95% of AI deployments failing to deliver on their promises? Why are companies still struggling so much to turn AI into real, dependable products? The pattern is this: the nature of the job is changing. The number of low-skill, purely code monkey positions is shrinking. The value has moved up the stack. Companies are happy to fire people whose main skill is, I can Google stuff and write straightforward code slowly. They are not firing the people who can understand messy business requirements, design robust architectures, integrate multiple systems safely, use AI tools effectively without letting them wreck everything, and ship real valuable features under constraints. Those people are, if anything, more valuable than before. By the way, if you're finding this breakdown helpful so far, a quick like or sub helps a lot and tells me to make more deep dives like this. So let's answer the actual question you care about. Is it still worth learning software engineering now? And if yes, what do you focus on so you don't get replaced? The short answer: yes, it's worth it. Yes, but what learning software engineering means has changed. If your entire plan is, I'll memorize syntax, build a to-do list app, and then coast for 30 years, that plan is dead. If your plan is, I'll become a really good problem solver who uses AI as a tool, that plan is better than ever. Here's what that looks like in practice. First, master the fundamentals, not just the tools. Data structures, algorithms, programming concepts, how the web works, how operating systems and networks behave, how databases actually store and retrieve data. Boring? Sometimes. Replaceable? No. AI can generate code that uses a hash map. It does not understand when that choice will break your system at scale. You do. When you understand the foundations, AI becomes an accelerator, not a crutch. You can read its code, spot the problems, and fix them. You can also prompt it better because you know what you're actually trying to build. Second, think like a system architect, not just a coder. The days of being only front-end or only back-end and never looking left or right are fading. More and more, companies want engineers who can see the whole system end-to-end, design for scalability and reliability, consider performance, cost, and maintainability, break complex requirements into clean, testable components. AI will happily help you implement the building blocks. But deciding which building blocks, how they connect, and how they evolve over time, that's on you. So when you're learning, don't just ask, how do I make this work? Ask, how would I make this work for 100 times more users? How would I deploy this? How would I monitor it? How would I recover if it breaks? That mindset shift takes you from junior dev at risk of replacement to engineer designing systems that AI helps build. Third, go beyond code. Learn to work across disciplines. Modern software engineering touches product and UX design, data and analytics, security and privacy. Project management and stakeholder communication. AI is actually democratizing a lot of basic technical tasks. Designers can prototype apps with a prompt. Marketers can run analytics without writing SQL. Non-technical founders can spin up MVPs using AI tools. Does that kill your advantage as a developer? Not if you level up. You want to be the person who can talk to design and understand the experience they're going for. Talk to product and clarify the real user problem. Talk to data and reason about metrics and experiments. Then translate all of that into a high-quality system using AI as a teammate. Those people don't get cut first, they lead teams. Fourth, communication and collaboration are now superpowers. I still struggle to communicate with humans in context. Ironically, a lot of humans struggle with that too. If you can, explain complex technical ideas simply, write clear specs and tickets, review code thoughtfully, run productive meetings, mentor others, and collaborate well, you become a multiplier in any team. And here's the kicker: the better you can communicate, the better your prompts are. The better your prompts, the more powerful AI becomes for you. Treat AI like a junior teammate. Give it clear instructions. Ask it to explain its choices. Have it generate alternatives and compare them. You're not its servant, you're its lead engineer. Fifth, embrace AI instead of avoiding it. If you're not using AI at all, you're going to get outcompeted by someone who writes high-level designs, lets AI generate a first draft, and then spends their time on the tricky parts. If you just copy-paste whatever AI gives you without understanding it, you're going to ship bugs and lose trust. So your sweet spot is AI user, not AI victim. Practically, that means use tools like Copilot or similar to speed up boilerplate and repetitive code. Use ChatGPT or other LLMs to explore different solutions, generate tests, and refactor. Learn the basics of how large language models work, what hallucination is, and where they're strong or weak. Try building small projects where you consciously treat AI as a partner. Plan first, delegate clear chunks to AI, then review like you would review a junior dev's work. Finally, accept that tech is not a learn once, chill forever career. If you're looking for a field where you study a fixed syllabus, pass one exam, and then never really have to learn anything new, software engineering is the wrong choice. There are more stable, more predictable paths out there. In tech, there's always a new framework, a new paradigm, a new wave. Cloud, blockchain, AI, quantum, whatever comes next. The people who thrive aren't the ones who bet on the perfect stack. They're the ones who become excellent learners and problem solvers. So if your brain is constantly asking, but what if AI changes everything in 5 years? The honest answer is, it will change a lot. And then something else will come and change it again. That's the nature of this field. Your real job security doesn't come from a language or a framework. It comes from your ability to adapt faster than the average person. Let's tie this all together. Is software engineering dead? No. The version of software engineering that was basically get paid a lot to build CRUD apps slowly while Googling everything and never learning beyond that, that version is dying. The version that looks like deep understanding of fundamentals, strong system design, cross-functional collaboration, excellent communication, and skillful use of AI tools. That version is not dying. It's becoming the new standard. AI is raising the floor. It makes it easier for more people to build something. But software engineers are the ones raising the ceiling, building the complex, large-scale systems, the next generation of AI itself, and the infrastructure that everyone else depends on. If you choose to learn this craft seriously, and you're willing to keep learning as the tools change, AI won't be the thing that kills your career. It'll be the thing that lets you build more, faster, with fewer boring parts. So here's what you can do next. If you're just starting, commit to mastering the basics of one language, data structures, algorithms, and web fundamentals. Don't skip this because AI can do it. If you're intermediate, start learning system design, deployment, and testing. Use AI to write code, but you design the architecture. Wherever you are, pick one AI coding tool and integrate it into your daily workflow thoughtfully. Treat every suggestion as something you must understand, not blindly trust. And then, be honest with yourself. Do you want a field that changes constantly, where you'll have to keep growing? If the answer is yes, software engineering in the age of AI can still be one of the most exciting careers out there. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments what stage you're at, beginner, student, junior, or working pro, and what scares you most about AI and coding. I read through those and it helps me decide what to cover next. Hit like if this clarified things for you, subscribe if you want more raw, no hype breakdowns like this, and remember, AI isn't here to decide your future for you. It's a tool. What you build with it is still your choice.